The story of true love. In one village, there lived a girl of incomparable beauty, but no one of the young men asked her for marriage, no one wanted her hand. The thing is that one day a wise man who lived next door predicted,
"Whoever dares to kiss the beauty will die."
Everyone knew that the wise man was never wrong, so dozens of brave men were looking at the girl from afar, not daring to even approach her. But one day a young man appeared in the village, who at first sight, like everyone else, fell in love with the beauty. Without a moment's hesitation, he climbed over the fence, came up and kissed the girl. Cried the villagers. He is going to die. But the young man kissed the girl again, and again. And she immediately agreed to marry him. The other men turned to the wise man in bewilderment.
How could it be? You, the wise man, predicted that the one who kissed the beauty will die.
"I do not retract my words,"
replied the wise man.
"But I did not say exactly when it will happen. He will die sometime later, after many years of happy life."
Another woman. Once upon a time, a girl was walking along a road, as beautiful as a queen. Suddenly, she noticed a young man walking behind her. She looked back and asked,
"Hey, boy, why are you following me?"
"O lady of my heart!"
the young man cried out.
Your charms are so irresistible that they pull me after you. It is said that I am a masterful lute player, that I am a master of poetry, and that I can awaken the strings of love in women's hearts. So let me confess my love to you, because you have captured my heart."
The beauty silently measured him with her eyes and then spoke.
"I do not understand how you could fall in love with me. My younger sister is much more beautiful and attractive than I. Look, she is walking behind me."
Upon hearing this, the young man turned around and saw only an ugly old woman in a patched scarf. Then he hurried up to catch up with the beauty, and when he caught up with her, he asked indignantly,
"Why did you lie to me?"
"Friend, you also deceived me when you were declaring your love,"
replied the girl with a smile.
"You have mastered the art of courtship, so you are very good at pretending to be in love. But if your heart were really burning with love, you wouldn't look back at another woman."
Three suitors. One girl was courted by 3 friends. The girl was honest, polite, hard-working, and had an excellent dowry. So the friends started visiting her with gifts. However, time passed, and none of them became the beauty's groom. Finally, her mother said to her,
"Why do you keep playing around with these guys? Choose one of them, because each of them can become a worthy husband for you."
"But I don't know whom to choose,"
the girl cried out in despair.
"Help me!"
Then the mother decided to put the boys to a test. When the boys came to visit once again, she hid her daughter, saying that the girl was dead, so the grooms could take back all their gifts. The 2 boys shook their heads, but took the gifts back.
"We are very sorry that such a beautiful girl has died,"
they said.
"but there are many other beauties in the world who would like these gifts. Let's get engaged to one of them."
After they left, the 3rd boy sighed sorrowfully.
There was only one like your daughter. I could have married another, but I want only her.
And he returned home without taking anything. Soon the mother called the three of them again and announced,
My daughter is alive and well. But only one of you is attracted to her, not to her dowry. To him I will give my daughter.
Parable about true love. A teacher once asked his disciples,
Why, when people fight, do they shout?
Because they lose their peace of mind.
Said one.
But why shout when the other person is right beside you?
The teacher asked.
Can't you talk to him quietly? Why shout if you are angry?
The disciples offered their own answers, but none of them pleased the master. Finally he explained.
When people are dissatisfied with each other and quarrel, their hearts become distant. In order to cover this distance and hear each other, they have to shout. The more angry they are, the further apart they become and the louder they shout.
And what happens when people fall in love?
They don't shout, on the contrary, they speak softly. Because their hearts are very close, and the distance between them is very small. And when they fall even more deeply in love, what happens?
The master went on.
They do not talk, they just whisper and become even closer in their love. At the end, even whispering becomes unnecessary to them. They just look at each other and understand everything without words.
The mystery of love. An old artist once said to his students,
I have been teaching you for 3 years. Now go and seek the treasures of the world.
What treasures do you mean, teacher?
The students were surprised.
Treasures of wisdom, faith, beauty, and hard work. If you manage to depict these feelings in your paintings, they will become real and unforgettable masterpieces.
Teacher, you forgot to name love.
Said the youngest student.
The mysteries of human life are incomprehensible, but the mystery of love is the most enigmatic and the most difficult to grasp. Only those who love with all their hearts can discover it.
The master said thoughtfully. Exactly a year later, the students returned to the teacher and showed him their works. Most of the paintings were so beautiful that they aroused sincere admiration. However, among all those works of art, there was not a single female face. The only one who painted a portrait of a girl was the youngest student. The beauty was smiling, clutching a bunch of daisies to her breast.
I have fathomed the mystery of love, teacher.
The boy exclaimed joyfully.
And where is love here?
The master asked with a mocking look.
It lives in my heart.
The young man blushed.
However, the sparkles of this feeling flicker in the eyes of my beloved, blaze on her cheeks and hide in her charming smile.
After these words, both the students and the master stared at the girl's face for a long time, unable to take their eyes off it. The Chatty One. A woman came to the judge and complained that her husband had not spoken a single word to her in 3 years of marriage. The judge turned to the man.
Is this true? If so, this is a very serious accusation.
You found a scapegoat.
The man shouted to his wife.
Lord Judge, this woman has been talking non-stop for 3 years, so I just don't interrupt her to avoid arguments.
Don't open your soul to everyone. Once upon a time, a young and very beautiful girl came to see a sage. Sobbing uncontrollably, she began to complain.
How can I go on living? I have always treated people well, never offended anyone, and helped everyone as much as I could. But despite all my friendliness and kindness, people do not respect me, and often even make fun of me, insult me, and humiliate me. But I am not to blame. What can I do about this injustice?
The wise man looked at the beautiful woman and advised her.
Take off all your clothes and walk around the city like this.
Are you crazy?
The girl was indignant.
If I appear like this, people will think all sorts of things about me. And in fact, anyone will be able to disgrace me.
Then the wise man opened the door and said,
You see, you are ashamed to go out in public with your body completely naked, but for some reason you are not ashamed to walk around the world with your soul naked. It is open, like this door, so everyone who wants to come into your life gladly pushes in.
So what should I do?
the girl asked.
Come, I'll show you my garden.
The old man offered. He led the girl to the garden, pointed to his flowers and said,
I have been tending my flowers for a long time, watering them every day. However, I have never seen a bud open, although I enjoy the beauty and fragrance of the blossoming plants. So you should be like a flower, open your heart gradually, without haste. And look carefully at who is worthy of being your friend and able to do you good, and who will tear off the petals and trample underfoot.
The tale about the best wife. One day 2 sailors set out on a journey around the world to find their destiny. They sailed to an island where the chief of one of the tribes had 2 daughters. The eldest was beautiful, and the youngest not so much. One of the sailors said to his friend,
That's it, I've found my happiness. I'm staying here and I'm going to marry the chief's daughter.
Yes, you're right. The chief's eldest daughter is beautiful, smart. You made the right choice. Marry her.
You don't understand me, friend. I'm marrying the chief's youngest daughter.
Are you out of your mind? She's not so good.
It's my decision, and I'm gonna do it.
The friend sailed on in search of his happiness, and the groom went to the marriage ceremony. The tribe had a custom to pay a bride price in cows. A good bride was worth 10 cows. So he brought 10 cows and went to the chief.
Chief, I want to marry your daughter and I give you 10 cows for her.
That's a good choice. My eldest daughter is beautiful, smart, and she's worth 10 cows. I agree.
No, Chief, you don't understand. I want to marry your youngest daughter.
Are you kidding me? Don't you see, she's not so good.
She's the one I want to marry.
All right, But as an honest man, I can't take 10 cows, she's not worth it. I'll take 3 cows for her, no more.
No, I want to pay exactly 10 cows.
They got married. Several years passed, and a traveling friend, already on his own ship, decided to visit his remaining companion and find out how he was doing. He sailed ashore and was greeted by a woman of unearthly beauty. He asked her how to find his friend. She showed him. He came and saw his friend sitting there, and children were running around.
How are you doing?
I'm happy.
Then that beautiful woman walks in.
Here, I want you to meet her. This is my wife.
How? Did you get married again?
No, it's still the same woman.
But how did it happen that she changed so much?
Ask her yourself.
A friend walks up to a woman and asks,
I'm sorry to be tactless, but I remember what you were like, not so good. What happened that made you so beautiful?
It's just that one day I realized I was worth 10 cows.
Thanks for watching all the way to the end. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, please subscribe, like, and comment. This video has a sequel. We wish you the best. See you next time on our channel.